start with roll call, please.
Nelson,
Here.
Reed. Here. Workman.
Here.
Okay. Anybody wanna make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from, the July meetings?
I make a motion to approve the July 24th Finance Committee meeting
I'll
minutes.
second it.
I'm in favor.
There.
Alright, so we'll just start moving through the agenda. So the electrical charges.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if you wanna go through the minutes, we can do the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it backwards. I fixed that the wrong one. My bad. Actually, I do wanna go through the it's easier than you did. Sorry. So did we get a update on East Illinois Street from the attorney?
We're gonna do it for bid, is what we're
Okay.
gonna end up doing. And then, so we have to advertise it for 30 days, and then we will open the bids on October, at the October council meeting.
Is the 30 days already been posted?
She's doing it now.
It's gonna be in next week's paper,
Next week, okay.
and then it has to run for 3 weeks.
Okay.
And it's a stipulation in there, they have to tear the house down. They'll have 90 days from the date that we awarded the bid.
But it
So-
can be, it's a completely just wide open bid, there's no.
Wide open
percent-
bid.
There was,
No.
so there's no, estimate of the house to work
No.
on. Cool. Alright, school resource officer was sworn in, school's already.
Yes, and he's got him, and he's doing pretty good.
Started, cool.
Did you already build the school, the first round?
We haven't
Okay.
paid him anything.
Well, we paid him his first check.
They want it quarterly though.
Oh, they want a quarterly, okay, I didn't know how. Okay, that's fine,
Yeah, so no, we have not.
that's fine with me.
We discussed the old bond school property regarding the tree.
Yeah, so, kinda wanna talk a little bit about that. So we're going to keep track of everything that we are doing there at the old school. And we got the money in the general revenue, but I would like to pay for it out of the health recycle garbage fund. We've got quite a bit of money in there.
Okay.
And I think it's easier to track. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, because then you got everything. Like when you get the bill, we'll separate it and say, hey, this is strictly for bond. And then when we go after this guy, then we have our list and say, this is everything. Instead of having to go through the general revenue account.
Can we do it through?
Yeah, I did ask the attorney. He said yes, we can,
So-
since it's considered a health issue.
Okay,
So now, can we claim the initial cleanup and all that as part of that, even storm damage?
So we are. I mean, we're working on that. So here's the thing. I talked to DCEO because the governor declared us a disaster area for the July storm. But in the August storm, he did not, and we were the only one that took a direct hit. I called the mayor of Taylorville, the mayor of Pana, to see if they had anything. We were the only community in Christian County that got hit. So, and I told him, it's like, we're looking at $15,000 to $20,000 worth of damage in trees. That's how much we're gonna have to probably pay out. But the thing of it is that the storm had damaged from July, and even back in March, damaged these trees and weakened them. So I had asked, if we can kind of, some different people through DCO, if we can incorporate that into the disaster. One person's like, well, possibly, but we don't know, and they've never got back. I asked if there's a way to look at, like, considering that we took the most hit in Christian County, $20,000 is quite more to us than Taylorville. Can the governor, declare us a disaster as Christian County, cover as a whole? They're like, well, you gotta talk to your representatives, and
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
so that's kind of where we're at on it. So I'm trying to get incorporated. We have, I think, a year. I did get an email from DCO. It seems like, was it 6 months to a year to claim everything? So it's not like they're wanting all this stuff now.
Well, since the storms were so close together, how would you differentiate that the?
I don't know. I mean, let's see. Look for them to audit us. I don't know.
I mean, well, and the reason I'm asking is because if there was damage done from the July one, we may not have even.
we might not even known about it. No.
Or we didn't really know about it, so
Mhm.
the next storm,
Took it out. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
that's what
curious
happened to a
how-
lot of these. I mean, look, what was it? A day after the storm left, that's when a branch fell and knocked the power out to the whole other side of town.
I don't know.
So we're working on it. We're trying to get some clarity.
205 North Poplar, we voted on that
Yeah, we
last
did.
month, so that's, we're good on that.
Speaking of that, because of we'll get with sidewalks, it probably won't happen until maybe next fiscal year. And
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So
Now, did we what's going on with the variance?
We ended up having a zoning meeting and it's all taken care
That's
of.
good.
Mhm.
Well, we already talked about disbanding.
Yeah,
some,
we
but
really
can't.
can't.
Yeah,
So.
so,
We can't.
We can't. No. That's what the attorney had said. I had asked him, and he said, given the community our size, it's best that we have it, just for this separation of powers.
so do you wanna go through the agenda, or do you wanna go through each person and do
Do
that
the audience?
first? Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, take it over to the audience.
whichever one of you guys wanna go first, and we'll
Go
let.
ahead, man.
I don't have anything.
Oh, okay. She's just she's another alderman.
Oh, okay.
We were gonna probably talk about, she's police chairman, so probably wants to be talking about alcohol.
All right. Good to meet you all. Thanks for having me. My name's Brent Wallace. I'm with Wallace Refuse and Disposal, and I've come to talk to you about your garbage service. I've got just a rough estimate of. That one's my. Well, we're stuck together.
That time of year. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
You can sit down.
Yeah, if you think you sit at the table, you can.
okay, thank you.
You're more than welcome, yeah.
Not sure, you know, what questions you have for me. I'm a small startup company. I'm out of Herrick. I run out of Herrick. I'm in, right now I've got customers in, Herrick, Tire Hill, Pana, Shelbyville, Okanee, few in Ramsey, out in the country, Ramsey, because they're a contracted town too. And then over in Coffee and Fillmore, I got a few over in there that I go over and get. But anyway, been in business, it'll be 2 years next month. Going real good and everything. So, wanted to give you a little bit of a proposal here and see what you think of it. As you can see, year one, which would start January 1st of 24 and go to December 31st of 24, would be $18 a month plus a 3% fuel surcharge. And if you see down at the very bottom, or down towards the bottom there, I start out at a fuel base of $3.25. So if fuel gets down to $3.25 or lower, then the 3% fuel surcharge would go away until it goes back up over $3.25.
So what's the 3% of? Is it of the fuel cost or just the cost of your month? Like 3% of what?
It would be the 3% of the $18
Okay.
$18 a month.
Okay, so it's just 3%, whatever your monthly rate is.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
Yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I did I raise it on the second year 50 cents, and then the third year I raised it a quarter and kept a 3% fuel surcharge on there because you just don't know what fuel surges, fuel's going to do. So, and then year 4 and year 5 I went ahead and took it up it'll be $19.75 at the end of year 5, plus the 3% fuel surcharge if we're still at $3.25. Holidays is normal holidays. My helper now, he just, like July 4th, my route, he ran the route on July 4th. It fell on a Tuesday, and he'd rather go ahead and pick it up and keep en route. And he's not got a family and everything, and I said, well, that'll be up to you. I said, I can let the customers know to go ahead, and he said, yeah, I'd just like to keep it, and that way we ain't, but I did put on there that, and we'll probably stay with it on Christmas, New Year's, July 4th, and Thanksgiving. Unless it falls on a Sunday, we'd just move it to the next day and pick up the very next day then. So, totes, I would supply 1 tote per resident for garbage pickup, and then the recycling, I would provide a tote.
So you
Um,
can do that.
Pardon me.
The
Yes,
recycling.
I
Okay.
did check into recycling.
Good.
I found out where the recycling goes, and they'll take it, and they'll take me on as a new customer, and so we're all good there. So
Well, good. 'Cause a lot
yeah,
of people use that, and I was kind of worried that if we end up going with you, that you don't.
right.
You know, a lot of people be upset. I use recyclable, do it. I know Candy does.
And
Usefully,
yeah, and it saves on weight and
Yeah.
all that, and and I'm kind of going to explain how
Okay.
the trash business works a little bit as far
Okay.
as what our expense is. My biggest expense is of course fuel and dumping fees. They charge me $100 a ton to dump at the land, to dump. It, so, if you keep the weight down,
Mhm.
that's the whole idea is to try to keep the weight down. So really recycling is going to help if
Yeah.
people use it, and
Uh-huh.
stuff, and all of that. So, and I was talking to Derek when I was talking to him about the weight. A lot of people think, wow, $18 a month or $20 a month or whatever it is, that's a lot just to get rid of your trash. Well, you take one of the 96-gallon totes, and I can guarantee you I can get 300 pounds in that tote. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I see it and I feel it and I lift it and all of that. Well, you dump that for somebody say there's 4 weeks in a month. A lot of months have 5 weeks, but just say a 4-week period, and their tote is 200 pounds a week. That's 800 pounds in a month. That's a half a ton, almost a half a ton that it costs me to dump that one tote. I'm charging 18, and they're charging me 25 or 50. I mean, almost 50 because it's half a ton. So. I just wanted to kind of give everybody, overview of how I get charged, and the lighter the trash, the less and the less you can keep your rates, so yeah. But I don't know what your days are of pickup here.
Thursdays.
So, okay.
Yeah,
well-
and that's both recycle and garbage.
oh, they do them both the same day.
Yeah, it used to be on Fridays was the recycle, but they changed it.
Okay, well, since they're a lot bigger than I am,
Uh-huh.
and I would come in with one truck. They probably come in with 2 or 3 trucks and knock it
Yeah.
out in one day.
Mhm.
I don't have the labor or the trucks right now to do that. I would come in and do it in 2 days. Thursday and Friday would be Thursday and Friday every week would be your normal pickup days, and then twice a month would be the recycle days. And the way my routes are right now, in order to get the most efficiency out of my truck, I would do recycling on the first and third Monday of the month. So
So you do Thursday and Friday both pickup, or so you would have to
I
take-
do half of the town.
Okay.
He said you got
That's what it used to be.
Is that how-
600 people. So I would come in, because I couldn't fit 600 people on
Okay.
one truck.
Sure.
And I couldn't do it all in one day.
Sure.
With one truck, 2 or 3 guys, it
Mhm.
just, I would have to go dump, come back. And so I would break it up. Thursday, come in, do 300. Friday, come in, knock the rest of it out. Now, the recycling I could do all in one day.
Yeah.
So the
Mhm.
first and third, you come in, knock the whole thing out on the first and third Monday, be done with it, and call it a day on that on the recycling part. But on the trash pickup, I would have to split it up into two days, and to get it all on the truck. And yet, you got to beat the. People want to go home early and earlier, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm getting up at 2:30 in the morning now to get in here, so, yeah, so you come in, knock it out, mid-afternoon, go and dump, because they want to be gone by 3:33, 3:34 o'clock in the afternoon, so that gives us plenty of time to come in, get it done and get to the landfill and get dumped out, so we'd be ready for the next day.
Now, were you, street pickup?
Yes.
Alley pickup?
I'd prefer street,
Okay.
because some now I haven't been down your alleys, but a lot of towns do not maintain their alleys, and you get down at the end of the road and it's like a drop off cliff, and it just tears the crap out of my truck, you know, because I'm always dragging it. Every dip, you know, it drags the back of it and everything, and just a lot faster and a lot easier to move a garbage truck down, you know, down the road. We can stay over to the side, and so I'd work with whatever, but I would prefer street pickup.
Do you backload truck or top load with the arm?
It's a back load, it's a rear load,
And the compressor?
and a compressor compactor, yeah.
Yeah, already.
You dump it in, I got a tote tipper on the back of it, dumps it, puts it down, sweep comes down, packs it up, just like a normal,
So you have your one truck then for all your other towns too?
Y-
One truck you
I've got 3 trucks, but I have a backup truck, and then, okay, I'll be just real truthful with you. If I get this, I'm gonna buy a brand new truck,
Oh, okay.
okay? So, because I'm working towards that now, but the price of them, and I'm just 2 years into this, and so it takes a lot of customers. I'm getting there, but I've got a goal of so many customers before I buy a new truck, and I get to town, I'm there. So I'm gonna buy a new truck, and then I'll have 4 trucks to run, and yeah, the other trucks will on the other days will do. I do plan on using the new truck on 90% of the routes, but I've also got my truck now, or 2 trucks now that I've got to use also. Because I will overlap. There will be days that my driver and helper will be up here, you know, or me will be up here, and then one of us will be off in another town doing other stuff, you know. So
And the reason I asked what kind of truck you have, this is a problem, it's not
Yeah.
us, this is multiple
What waste
towns.
man- yeah.
But we're getting a lot of overflow trash. When they dump the thing in the thing, pieces fly out,
and they go,
stuff
yeah,
goes
that
over.
that won't be with me.
We never had that problem with the backload trucks. There was never a problem along the roads there.
No, because they get out, they handle the trash, you know, if it falls out, you know, you can throw it in there. They don't wanna get out the truck, you know, if they got the sidearm, they grab it, dump it in there, slam that tote back down, and go on to the next one. If it goes all in there, fine, if it don't, fine, they go on down
And,
the
and we
road,
had a
so.
problem with that with a customer just Thursday. They did not get. So what happened? They set the the bag was full. They set it instead of them getting out. They knocked it off. They didn't even bother to get it. We called Waste Management. Did you ever hear anything back from them? No.
So, now what's your policy as far, because I know people will ask as far as like larger items that don't fit in a can, do you allow certain,
If they'll call me and let me know, because, I don't know how Waste Management does it, if they'll take anything, but electronics, yeah, see, like TVs and stuff like that, the landfills, and I go to a transfer station a lot, and man, it's just like they're just up in there, you know, it's like, go ahead, I wanna find something, you know, and it's like, you know, it's alright, I got it hid way back there, you'll never find it, you know, but,
well, because I know it used to be you were allowed 1 or 2
Big items.
like a
yeah.
chair or, you know, non stuff like that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
a lot of, most companies don't even
Yeah,
do that.
and heavy metals, you know, a lot of people wanna throw,
Throw a transmission out there.
you wouldn't believe the things people
Wow.
throw away. I'm serious, but like brake chamber, anything heavy metal,
Yes, yes.
I own trucks too, so brake chambers, they wanna throw them brake chambers in there, and if you don't see it, okay, fine. But if my sweep comes down and catches it just right, it rips the whole bottom out from underneath my truck, you know, where it sweeps down and catches.
Sure.
So I try to watch that, and I try to tell people, you know, let me know, you know, one, that's scrap metal. I'm sure you got somebody around
Oh,
here
yeah,
that goes
we do.
around and takes scrap metal. Put it out there and let them come and make some money off of it. It's gonna cost me money, and they're gonna make some money off of it, you know. So anyway, I try not to take electronics. Now, big items, like you say, if they'll call and let me know that they've got some mattresses, I don't mind taking mattresses, but I gotta know about it, you know, because a lot of times I'll come through in my pickup truck and a trailer or something like that, pick the big items up, and then when I get a trailer load of big items, I just take it to the landfill or to the transfer
You
station.
don't charge extra
and-
for that?
Pardon me?
You don't charge extra for that?
I do charge extra for
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Yes.
say, 'cause if you didn't, I wouldn't
If you don't
advertise
charge
it.
extra, what'll happen is,
They're gonna
they're gonna take advantage of it and try to pack it as high as it can go, and then we'll get more Amazon boxes over here, and maybe the lawn chair that the dog has chewed up, and it starts looking trashy.
She's been in the garbage business before, ain't she? I ain't been here. I've only been in 2 years. You're right there, man. Yes.
Well, my dad ran one for 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. What was your dad's name?
Well, this has been a long time.
Oh, okay.
Damry.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
You
So
got,
yeah,
you got
know what?
chains on your tires?
Pardon me.
You got chains on your tires for the winter time?
We don't right now, but we can put them on there. Hope we don't need them. He did it back when we got snow. We don't get that snow like they used to. People, my kids don't believe we used to ride snowmobiles all winter long. It's like, yeah, we had snowmobile places that sold snowmobiles, you know. And,
Yeah,
anyway.
one of the, and you may be getting ready to ask the same thing I was getting ready to. So one of the things we have a problem with Waste Management is like the library where they require.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was going to ask, but go ahead.
Oh, so do you? So Waste Management requires basically every address to have separate garbage service. The library is part of the city, but they made them have separate garbage, so we had to pay extra for their one bag of garbage a month instead of throwing it in with the cities. But they required the address to have it. So
I'll work with you. I'm not a big corporation.
Yeah.
We're
because that was the
you
issue.
know, especially if they got one bag, you know, throw it in with somebody else's and be done with it. You know, we're not going to worry about little things like that.
Okay, because that was actually in their contract, so because there was no.
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Like billing. Would you? I know when we talked, like having the city do it or having you do it, because I know you kind of when we made it, you was like, well, it's easier for us to get money out of the people compared to you. I mean, what do you think on that?
Oh, on the billing?
On the billing.
Oh, yeah, I would much rather you do it.
The city.
I
okay.
mean, that's how I thought it was. You did it anyway.
No,
What-
we
What
don't.
do the
So
other
it-
cities do? Your
Pardon
other
me?
What do your other clients do, the other towns? How do they do it?
Everybody's individual. This is the first town that I would have the whole town.
I see.
Everybody else is individual, and
Few here, few there, because you got a lot of cities.
Yeah.
So you just do a few here, a few
yeah,
there.
I don't have I don't have one whole city. No, I got.
Where are you dumping at?
I dump in Effingham and I dump down at Altamont, south of Altamont. It's a long ways from here,
Right.
but if I was here,
Can you dump
depending
at
on
Taylorville?
pardon.
Can you dump at Taylorville?
Yeah, I have, but
They're high.
everybody's raised their rates,
Yeah.
and so I work with Effingham a little. You know, if I take most of my trash down there, they give me a little bit of a discount at the end of the month. You know,
Yeah.
dumping. And if I could work, I would talk to Decatur landfill and see.
It doesn't matter where you take it, but I was just thinking how far you're taking.
Right, and that is because of the price difference. You wouldn't think that there would be a great, you know, it would make a sense to drive that far, but for the price difference, it pays me to go down there. When they give me now they don't always give me a discount. Depends on how much trash I brought in that month. You know.
And is that where you recycle at too, is Effingham?
No, the recycling would go to Decatur. That's where it goes now. It would go to the same place it goes to now.
That's
So-
Midwest Fiber, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that's
So on the billing,
you have billing software to be able to bill.
Oh, yes, amen, yes, absolutely.
Because we would not have that.
Yeah, we don't,
and-
I mean, we, go ahead.
I thought Tanya said there was.
Well, there is
something over
Tanya
there.
that says we can do it with water bills. We could attach it to that, but is that,
Yeah, but that's every 3 months.
yeah, it's every,
I
yeah.
mean, that's what we do now, isn't it?
Water
Waste
bills
management.
are every other month.
Well, I mean, waste management's every 3 months. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So, waste management bills each customer individually?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you have
And
to
then they
sign
have
up
to
through-
worry about getting, and then,
Yeah, and then if they
Oh.
don't pay their bill, then they don't get garbage picked up.
Yeah.
okay, now.
So, and that's something, and then we had to get involved, because then we have to call, because people say, hey, they're not picking up the garbage. And then you gotta call some guy,
Oh,
and you
okay.
don't, I mean, I like you because you're just dealing with basically you and your wife, from my
Right.
understanding.
Right.
I mean, we said,
I mean, I could take, we could do the billing, I just assumed that you attached it
Uh-huh.
to the water bill, like, cause when you ask that, other towns, that's how they do it. That they attach it to the water bill, and
Yeah.
then if you don't pay your water bill, you get your water shut off and your garbage shut off, you know, and, that's how I thought you did it.
Did it,
So that's
yeah.
why when you asked me that, I was
Uh-huh.
kinda struck that I just assumed that that's how you guys did it.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, that's on my end. I'll be real truthful with you. One bill, one invoice, one check for the whole town, and me and my wife was going double thumbs up. But you know, we're willing to work with however you want to do it. But no, I did.
What's your thoughts on that, Gary? Anything?
Me personally, I don't mind paying
Yeah.
everything to one spot. That way I don't have to, if there's an issue, you know who to call. And you just,
It'd be easier,
yeah,
honestly.
I just pay both of
Mhm.
them in one
No.
check, be done with it.
We would know instead of calling them all the time, but
Yeah.
it depends.
And I'll
It's not
also
here.
say, I mean, I did reach out to Waste Management. They're like, yes, this is 2 weeks ago. Oh, yes, we'll get you a proposal. I have not heard anything. They were even willing to take me out to lunch. I was like, okay. Never heard anything. Crickets.
You ain't getting the free lunch.
We didn't have any
Uh-huh.
problem getting them on the agenda when they wanted to raise the.
Oh, yeah, when they wanted to come in and raise the rates.
They were
Yeah.
here the next day.
Uh-huh.
Did you discuss how much the cost of the license is?
$500 is the cost of the license. Yeah, for 1 year.
So we would just do it as an addendum to the water bill and it would just automatically,
We'd have to talk with Tanya about that, I mean, that's her.
Yeah.
but
Because
I
we
think
require-
she said-
Does she have time to do that?
well, so if
Really
every
don't
house has
take
to
it
have
further,
garbage,
so it's something
every house should
like
have to
that.
have water. So I would think if, you're not gonna have one without the other. I mean, you're not gonna have a property that you have water and not garbage. I mean, we require everybody to have it. So I don't know if we could if you can just do it to where it just automatically adds the,
I think so. Tanya did mention there's a
$18.
line that you can add it, and I mean, and we got Janet up here now. I mean, she's been taking water bills regularly.
I take the payments.
She
so-
takes the payments.
But, yeah, you need to talk with Tanya, just.
Yeah, I mean, we can. I mean, I wanted to get started on it now. That's why he's here. And
now, doesn't our contract actually run out November 31st or is it actually December?
No, it's
31st?
It says that,
Is it?
is
Okay.
it- okay,
So I couldn't remember if it was December 1st or January 1st.
December 31st.
December 31st. So we will need to make a decision pretty early. 'Cause I think 5 years ago we made the decision. Was it in November? Was it?
It was, I wanna say August or something.
Was it all that early?
So is it a yearly
No,
contract
it's
or?
5 years.
It's 5-year
Five-year
contract.
contract.
Well, and the thing is too, you have to allow people enough time to cancel their automatic withdrawals from waste
Yeah,
management.
we will have to do that. Yeah.
Because some of them you have to notify them,
Yeah.
your bank automatically kicks it out. You want people
Mhm.
paying them because they ain't gonna give us some money back. We can't get anything out of them now.
It would be extra work, for them, but for Tanya or Janet, whoever does that. But I kinda feel some complaints happening,
Mhm.
putting them both together.
Think so?
Yeah, I feel complaints, cause people, money's tight for a lot of people, and they get what is this gonna be, $54 or what, or 18 a month, but we collecting for 3 months, and then the 3%, so, and then combining, say they have a high water bill that month.
You're gonna have to pay it no matter what, so
Yeah,
you're
but
still gonna
I-
pay it every 3 months no matter what.
I know, but I think together, both of them getting your bills together,
Get sticker shock.
give it a
yeah.
sticker shock.
Now,
I don't,
you don't have, I mean,
it's
I think
something
what
we
lo-
have to work out.
what a lot of people, what a lot of towns do is they pay it monthly. You know,
Yeah.
instead of a 3-month
Yeah.
thing, just forget the 3-month thing, and it'll be $18 more a month every month.
And that might be,
And you
A
know,
little
I send you an
easier.
invoice. You send me,
That
you know,
might
You send you the check, yeah. I mean, we just set up a separate bill.
Yeah.
We may have-
You just tripled postage.
Oh, that's true.
That and
Yeah.
more work, because then she's gonna have to
Yeah,
keep
because
track of
sometimes
who's
you have
not
to do it.
paying it, who is. I mean, that's been a lot of more work than what you guys are thinking
If
on
we're,
somebody.
if
No,
we're
I
gonna
know.
collect it, I would
Yeah,
rather
you
do
know.
it
I'm just
with the
thinking-
water bill
With the water
in
bill,
one
okay.
shot. And quite frankly, people may complain, but you just tell them, here's how the city's gonna do it.
Yeah.
This is the way the contract is. You gotta have water and garbage, so
Mhm.
sorry.
well, you said triple the postage.
So if
Sending
we,
two
if we
bills.
collected every month, we mail out the water bills
It's
every
about
3
$200.
months.
oh,
But
you
if-
do 3 months.
Yeah, we do 3-month cycles. So if we did monthly bills, we would have to mail them out.
Oh, I thought you
every
mailed
month.
your bills out every month. You
No.
don't mail your water bills out every 3 months or every month?
No,
Oh,
every 3
really?
months. Yeah, every 3 months.
Oh.
Water bills are every other month.
Water bills are?
Garbage is 3 months that they bill us.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I just automatically pay it. I don't even pay attention to it. It's on auto pay.
Yeah, that's something we may talk to Tanya.
Yeah, we can talk. Yeah,
Choices.
we'll talk to her and see.
Okay.
I mean, one good thing is that you're not dealing with the corporate. You can call. You know, you like I said, you answer them.
So if I
Call
call
you
you,
up.
you're gonna answer?
Yeah.
What happens if somebody gets missed on the route? Do you come
Yeah.
back the same day or the next week?
If they
You're
got
back
missed,
on-
it's their own fault, they didn't get their toad out.
Well,
But
you
sometimes,
took the words right out of my
I've
mouth.
gotten this
It-
from Waste Management.
right,
Totally
waste
out, though.
management.
Yeah.
They just drove right by.
Yes,
And then
right.
they come back.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Now,
That's my
Now-
number one complaint.
Really?
is just missing and the totes
Mhm.
out.
Yes.
The way we do it, the way I do it, is if the customer's tote's not out, I've got my driver taking a picture of it, and then I have record of it showing. And then if they call in saying he's getting my garbage, you know, I had it out there because I get that all the time. I had it out there and he drove right by. Well, then I bring up the picture and I send it to him and say, when my driver went by, this is what it looked like. And that's what we would do. Now, if it's their fault, then yeah, I'd probably just have to come back next week. If it's our fault, I'll come back either the same day or the next day and get it.
Do you have cameras on your truck?
Not actual cameras, but
Okay.
cell phone cameras. I mean, you know, yeah. No, as far as yeah, I take that back. I got a backup camera, so when we're backing up, we can see. But not cameras that take a picture of
Uh-huh.
anything. Now the app that I'm working with and trying to get it has a camera, but it's just a phone camera too. I mean, you know, it's
Just
just
no.
through an app.
Some do and some don't.
Yeah.
We didn't know Waste Management did. They record every
Mhm.
stop.
Yeah.
Well, even when they pick it up, they.
Cause
That
they have so
way-
many complaints.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and probably for insurance for them too.
Well, and he said part of it too is people will call and say, well, your truck damaged my tote. And then when they pull up and take a picture and the tote, you know, the thing's already busted off
Right.
of it.
Right.
Because we didn't know
Yeah,
that cameras
I didn't know
till
that
he
either
told us
until
that.
you told us that.
We were
yeah.
like, really?
So actually though, that would just be, it's every other month, so that would just be 2 times, that'd be 36, maybe let's just say $40 then on the garbage instead of over 60.
Do you get out of your truck to do the totes, or do you not touch the totes at all?
He
They
touches
use
Oh
it.
no,
He
yeah, we
touches
touch every
Mhm.
tote.
Okay.
What we usually do is a guy's driving and a guy's on the back, and
That's the old school days.
So I just started saying, that's the old school
that's the
days.
old school.
That's what
But
we do.
that's I'm old school, and unfortunately, or fortunately, or however, you know, I don't have the money to go and buy them $300,000 ones that has the owner. And again, I don't feel like you get. Oh, it's handy and everything. If you've got a guy that will get out of the truck and do it, you know. I hate trash. I hate trash. I hate people throwing trash out along the road. You know, I mean, it just crawls me because if all of us threw everything out the window, look at the trash that'd be on the roads, you know. So, yeah, I try to do a good job in picking up the trash and not, if it falls out, you know, we'll be out of the truck. Just to keep from rattling on and on. We'll be out of the truck and somebody will be on the back, handling every tote, dumping every tote.
Now, do you
And,
charge for a tote?
Pardon me?
Or do you charge for a tote? So like everyone will get their own tote. Do you charge for that?
No, that's in. Now I do want to ask on the recycling. I drove around before I came in, and the best I can tell is some people have 2, 3, 4 totes, all
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
same
say, would that be
size.
a double charge if someone had two.
I provide one
Okay.
tote in the $18. Now the way I do it in other towns and stuff, one is one price, $18 for
Yeah.
the first one, $10 for the second one.
Okay.
Because I'm at the same stop.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't driving farther to get another one or nothing like that. So I do 18 and 10 if you want more than one. And but the recycling totes, it don't look like Waste Management has any. Like I said, some of them are 96-gallon totes, and some of them are 65-gallon totes, and some of them are even smaller. So you was talking about time a while ago. I will need time also because I will need to buy
A lot of totes.
a lot of totes. I need to get 600 totes or the best of I've quoted 630 totes for the garbage totes. And now what I want to ask you all is, are you going to require me to provide every 600 more totes for recycling, or can I buy, say,
I'd say
200, 250, and when I get them out to the people that will actually recycle, then I'll order more. Your people will never go without 2 totes. But if I can keep from buying 1,200 totes right now, it saves me thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I don't
think
know that we have,
quarter.
I mean, I know we have some, but do we even have 200
Yeah, I
people
would-
that,
I would be
I-
surprised if
I'd be
we had-
surprised if
don't
we
know
even
how
have
many
that
we
many
do.
that even recycle.
Well, I'm just saying, I will buy, 150 then or 200.
So
I'll
what's
buy
the
it, and I
additional
will
fee?
supply you with what you need. Pardon me.
What's the additional fee for recycling?
Or is it worked into the price?
It's everything
Oh, it's
you're
all
going
worked
to get
into
is
that.
$18 a month.
Oh, wow.
Unless
So
you have
if you
more
want
than one
3 totes, it's
rubber
gonna be
tote.
18 plus 20 extra
$20 more.
dollars.
Right.
So do you have can they have as many totes as they want, or do you break it off as like you can only have 3 totes, or?
Oh no! You
You
want
want-
5 totes? I'll give you 5 totes.
You just gotta pay the $10 addition.
But it's going to be
I just
20
wonder, cause I know
and
some
30. It's
people
going to be
do have
$50 a month.
3 or 4
Uh-huh.
totes, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to ask.
I don't wanna be that neighbor, that's for sure. That's 5 totes in front of their yard.
Hey, you got some around here. I see it.
I have 4.
You have 4?
I have 3 recycling totes and 1 garbage
So
because
now
that's how much I use for a family of 2 is 1 garbage tote and 3 recyclings.
So you
Candy,
recycle that
I've
much,
never seen that
huh?
many out in your yard.
Good for you.
That's because they're up against the garage.
Well, you've done it nicely.
We have 4 totes.
Well, she takes care of it.
So then you just put them out and then bring them back up?
Who
Yeah.
only have the one can, but then throw
That's
a
what
couple
we do.
bags next to it
Yeah.
on the ground. Right.
As long as they don't make a habit of it, I won't say anything.
No,
We
but
can say
this
something
way
too.
it's gonna
As
cost
long
me
as I don't grab it
a lot
and
more
go,
money.
Well, because I can see
This
people
way it's
being
gonna cost
like,
me a
they
lot
don't
more
pay
money.
An extra $10 a
Ah,
go.
because you have to pay the
Accidentally
extra.
throw
And-
the bag
for
on the
each
ground.
additional.
Pay extra for
What if you have your own?
Yeah, you definitely do.
You do
Well,
They
he's
have to pay
probably,
extra for waste management too. So
for
people who have more
for
than one
extra.
tote
Yeah,
do that.
I imagine Waste Management's more stickler than I am about it, even though they're.
Now,
Yeah.
what size, you say, are these 96 gallon?
Yes, ma'am.
You're ordering 600, you would order 696 gallon.
We can probably get you the actual number you need to order.
Like I said, I quoted 630 because
Uh-huh.
I figure you might be 580 to 6.
Yeah.
I want to have extra, and I'll put them out anyway. And
What about business dumpsters? I mean, I don't know if the waste management will take
Oh,
the
yeah.
dumpsters away.
They wouldn't off the, well, I can't say that.
Yeah,
That,
no.
that would be up to the businesses, but, that's what I'm hoping for. If I get in here, the businesses will start saying, well, hey, he's doing a good job, I'll just go with him.
Yeah.
And yes, I will have, 2 yards, 4 yards, 6 yards, whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
I can have them built and,
Does Waste Management do GSI and Sloan's and all those? Is that a separate contract from ours?
oh yeah, you guys wouldn't have nothing to do with that, I don't imagine, would you?
Well, see, we provide it to where, I mean, no, if they're in the city, they've got it. I mean, they gotta have the
Yeah,
garbage
Cause
service.
we only have one license.
We only have one license to
So
give, so
nobody
that's
else
it, so
can
they
come
would
We
in.
have
have to
it.
do all of
So
that,
you would have to do all of them too.
dumpsters,
That's a lot
Heaven.
though, that's
It is a lot. Yeah, because I think they come twice a week for that. Don't they?
GSI alone.
No, they come on Wednesdays, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what
Wednesdays,
other
I-
day.
GSA and Sloan's together is probably a truckload.
Yeah.
It won't be that
Yeah.
much, but.
Uh-huh.
GSI and the restaurants maybe,
Yeah.
cause there's a few
Yeah.
people actually have little dumpsters. don't
No,
they?
I'm surprised that you guys have it like that, which is,
Mhm.
I always thought you rent through your, because a lot of towns, they run through their water bill, and the residents that have water have to have garbage service with that contractor. But the businesses and stuff, they aren't under contract.
No,
with them.
no, they're under.
Yeah, they have-
So they only get the one service. So
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
we,
you-
and I think they kinda did that because they only wanted one company. doing
one company to
the
do
whole town.
everything because we didn't want it to where you didn't pay the bill, but then they turned around and called your competitor, and yeah, that's the problem.
And it gets confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, they had more than one.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that
Yeah,
was.
when Mo was.
Okay.
Well, I think the plan is we'll try to make a decision in October. Give everybody a month to think about it all.
For the October meeting.
Well, we need to get the word out because
Yeah,
I
start
have a
getting the word
feeling
out.
this'll be
Yes.
a discussion.
Maybe Janet needs to put it on Facebook.
Maybe put something on
Yeah,
Facebook about
something
it,
on
yeah.
Facebook.
So we know what the feel is.
Exactly. Because I know right now a lot of people. I only have one problem with Waste Management. They forgot me one time, and I had my stuff out earlier, but.
I've had trash problems because it
Yeah,
was
but I know a lot of people
dump
have.
it
A lot of people
over
have.
right in front of
yeah.
my house and smash it right there and it just flies out.
So if we do the water every 3 months and garbage every 2 months.
No, water's only every
Every
month.
other.
Well, that's 2 months.
Yeah, I think you said it backwards.
We need to talk with Tanya and see what our system does.
Well, because I'm wondering if if we're collecting it, we can decide what the time period is. If maybe everybody wants to go to 3 months, that way it's all in one bill and they're done with it instead of every other month.
Where you at with 3 months here? Where you at with 3 months here?
Well, so like Waste Management right now is every 3 months.
Yeah.
Water's every 2 months.
Yeah.
So if we want to only send out one
Yeah,
set
make
bill.
it 2 months. Okay.
I would still do
Okay.
2 months because 3 months, then it's even larger.
Bigger
Larger,
bill
yeah.
and
More
So
water,
technically
that's going to be
people-
larger, more,
Yeah.
all
So
of that.
Your
Lot
every
I
more
payment
would not
does.
even give that
I
a,
can feel the outcry already.
yeah, I would not do 3 months.
When you said our license is 500, is that what other towns are?
No, but that's okay.
Because that's,
I take that as.
Payne is 150, Tire Hill's 100. Shelbyville, now,
That's
Shelbyville thinks they're somebody. They're
I'm
700.
originally from Shelbyville.
Huh?
I'm originally from
Yeah.
Shelbyville.
Thought you something, didn't you?
well,
No.
the other ones just, do they just extend however many license? Do you have a lot of competitors?
Yeah. Now, like Pana, in Pana,
They have
there's
several.
me, Triar, DC, Waste Management,
Yeah,
and
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's
they have a lot of licenses.
And each one of them, we all have to pay the
Right.
150.
Right.
150. And then Shelbyville has got Doty, DC, me,
Yeah, Waste
and that's it. They had Waste Management.
Mhm.
Waste Management. They advanced. They had advanced, and theirs is 700.
Yeah. I was just curious to see,
Yeah.
because we have only one license.
Mhm.
That's how you
That's
can't,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
can't compete.
And actually, if you're getting the whole town, $500, all right. I mean, where like Pana, you got competitors, so
Yeah, you do.
you can't. Well, you can charge. Shelbyville does. They charge $700 to each and every person. So they make $2,800 a year just off of their garbage people, you know. So yeah.
Don't be giving him ideas.
No kidding. It's a lot. Hey, never mind. I didn't say that.
Erase that.
Okay, well, I think,
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you
Good
came by.
question.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Any questions? And if the building, my wife is going to shoot me dead, so you won't have to worry about garbage service. But if the building is a problem, we can pick up the building. Can I get you guys to back me when Joe James down here won't pay his bill? And I mean, how do you know? Because like painting, if I get somebody that's chronic and they have gotten a hold of me because they need garbage service, then they want me to get back a hold of them when they don't pay their bill.
right,
Yeah.
So,
they hop around. That's why you only have one license.
That-
Because that's what would
but
happen
that's
to
what
my
I'm
dad.
saying, you
They
get
wouldn't
somebody-
pay,
Uh-huh.
and they let it go for months, and then all of a sudden they'll call the other guy, can you
Yeah,
come pick
well-
up my garbage? So that guy gets it, you're out the money.
and if you know, and if us garbage people, I have never seen such a cutthroat business in my, not cutthroat, I don't mean that, but everybody hates everybody. You go to the landfill, you better be ready to fight. And it's like, I'm not competing against, I don't care, you know, but oh man, the people is just like, it's like, good golly, I don't, you know, so, yeah. It's just it's just a kind of a hateful business. It's like I don't.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
check into our system if it's able to attach that.
And if it's just too much work, we bill, like you say, quarterly. So what I would do is I would send all your people.
But you don't want that responsibility of people that don't pay their bill. We
Well, I deal with it now, and that's what I was saying about my wife. I go home and say, well, we get 600 people, but you guys send 600 more invoices out, and then you got to deal with 600 more people collecting money. She's gonna say, yeah, you're dead. And so that's what I'm saying. If somebody if they don't pay their bill, then I quit picking them up. You guys get a hold of them and say, hey, you got to pay this bill because you got to get garbage
You gotta
service.
get garbage
And there's
service,
nobody
yeah.
else.
And
Recently fined.
you got to pay them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, we have an ordinance for that, don't we? If they
Think
don't
so,
have garbage
yeah.
service, they can get fined.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they leave the bags laying out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have household garbage on the floor, on the
I
ground.
think there's gonna be some rules that we have to put in there stipulated.
Yeah.
Can't
We
take
can do that.
advantage of 6 garbage bags alongside your tote.
Yeah.
Just
And-
all
and-
garbage